Hi everyone, it's Erin from EB Mixed Media. Recently I completed my art journal advent journal and I did a flip through on my YouTube, and people were asking me if I had a tutorial on how I created the actual journal, and I didn't think to do it. So I thought I would try and explain how I did it, because a lot of people seem to be interested in how I put it together. It's a real flippy journal. I can't recreate this exact journal because I used all of these marketing materials and promotional materials that I didn't receive, my son received as part of his university search. So if you're from the United States, you're probably very familiar with this. I'm not sure what happens in the rest of the world, but universities just send you stuff. They just get these mailing lists with your names on it, and you just get stuff. And he got hundreds, literally hundreds of these promotional brochures and materials, and they are incredibly high quality, thick paper, really high quality paper. Some are matte finish, some are more glossy, all sorts of folds and flips, and it's almost like they're competing to be the coolest brochure that you can have. Anyway, I had all of these. Once he picked out his school, we were done with them, but the quality of the paper was so good that I held on to them. And I kept thinking there was something I could do. So I ended up creating this. So let's just take a quick look at the architecture of this. You can find the flip through on my YouTube channel, so I'm not going to do the flip through. But essentially I started with a trifold. So this piece right here is a trifold brochure. And a trifold brochure looks like that. So it's got 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, and it folds over on itself. So that's what I started with. And this one measures, I don't even know what it measures. These are each 6 inches. So this is 18 inches across. All right. So that's what I started with. And then there are basically 2 signatures within that trifold. So on these seams, that's where these 2 signatures are sewn in. And they're both a little different because I had different materials to work with. So this signature also started with a trifold. So there's the trifold there, 1, 2, 3. And that measures just a little bit shorter than that one. Then it looks like I just took a smaller postcard and folded it in half. Then I had another trifold. 1, 2, 3, and then this is just another postcard folded in half. And it gets confusing. Okay, so that was that trifold signature within the larger trifold. And then on this side, another trifold, and then it looks like a smaller postcard here, and then I had another trifold and a smaller postcard inside it. Okay, so depending on what you have at home in your recycle bin, perhaps you go to conferences through work where you can collect things, all the swag that you collect from the tables and the informational brochures you collect at conferences. Maybe you do get stuff in the mail. Sometimes if you're doing a home improvement project, you can pick up a lot of really nice brochures from the hardware store or the paint supply store or the furniture store, that sort of thing. You might, if you were to go to a garden show or even a wedding show at like a civic center, you probably could pick up a lot of these. Or you could just use mixed media paper and cut them to the size you want and fold them. Something else that would be the perfect weight are manila file folders, especially the legal size, because that would give you quite a bit of length to work with. So I have some more here. I honestly went through and picked the best ones to make that journal, but I do have a few. These are just postcards. They're varying sizes. A lot of them are standardized, I'm sure, because of postal rates. This seems to be a pretty standard size. And it's measuring 11 inches by 6. Then these look like they're a little bit shorter, some of them, but they are great to just simply fold in half for pages in your journal, like so. Okay, so those are those. And I think it's fun to have a lot of different sizes. It just gives more interest to the journal. Then these are folded. I guess they're called bifold, maybe, brochures. This is another, this was a longer one that I experimented with making it a 4-fold brochure, but it was originally this size. There's another one that has, this is a little tear-off flap, but you could use that as well. Trifold here. This is a really nice one. This is a 4-panel and another 2-panel. Then these were just really nice, like 8.5 by 11s that were just a really nice weight. Yeah, that I thought could easily be folded over and used as well. That's a nice weight and a nice size. So let's see what we can pull together here. Let's just play. I'm really thinking this is a little flimsier than I'd like. This is kind of fun and it's sturdy. But it'd be a little bit different because you actually could do 3 signatures if you wanted. That could be crazy. So you could have a signature here, a signature here, and a signature here. Let's maybe try that. So what we could do is start with this, and let's build a signature here. So this we could use, we just have to cut it down, and we could have another trifold there. And we could have another trifold here, and you can choose whether you want your signature to go in here or here. So that could be another signature. And then we could do this kind of almost a trifold, maybe here. So that's your 3 signatures. Okay, so let's build those out. Let's take one of those, and then we can just start putting in some of these just by folding them. So you can have that. There's a larger one. And then how about this smaller one? Here. Okay, there's one signature. Then we've got this one in the center. So we could do this and have that 4-fold coming out in the middle. And then we could put one of these in. How about one of these longer ones? Let's put this on the outside. Let's see, how did that go? That's gonna have to be trimmed a little bit to fit. Like that, I guess. Okay, so there's that one. Wait a sec. There's that one. And then this one. This is another trifold. We've got this. We can put that in there. This one won't have any, I don't have any more trifolds, I guess, for this. So they'll just have to be a regular. That's okay. There's that one. I think the matte finish ones are a little easier to work on for sure. Hold paint a little better. And that's going to have to be trimmed a little bit as well because it won't fit on the bit right there. Okay, so those are our signatures. I'm going to trim these down and then we'll come back. All right, gang, I have got all of these cut down to fit well in our book. And the next step will be to sew in these signatures. So I've got this isn't embroidery thread, it's friendship bracelet thread. I couldn't find embroidery thread at the Walmart, but I found this and it seems to work quite well. So that's what I'm gonna use. I have an awl to punch holes with. I have a book that I use scraps from, and I use this to punch through and protect my surface. I have some big-eyed needles, and I have some scissors. So I'm going to set these two signatures aside, and I'm going to start with this one. So this is going to open like so, and these are all that I have inside. All right. So the one thing you need to consider is this small piece here, you want to have it attached in at least two places, right? So that's going to guide where some of your holes go. And then ideally, I think I want this attached in two places. And those four will hold this larger one in. So let me make sure that's going to hit. That one will at least be held in two places. And so will that. And that should be enough. Okay. So as far as our holes here go, and I'm just going to eyeball this. You could certainly measure, but I'm just going to eyeball it. And the measurements might not be the same on each of your three signatures. All right, so let's just eyeball here. And there, which you can't really see. And we'll put one about there. Those are really hard to see. Here's my awl. And I'll start with just doing the two here. And then I'll use these as a template for the rest of the signature. All right, I'm just going to use this. This doesn't have to be rocket science. This is just a junk journal. So we don't need perfection and exact measurements in a junk journal. You just want to make sure you've caught all of your pages. And if you make a mistake, you can always stick another hole in it. It's not going to be the end of the world. Okay. All right. So there's that. And then that whole thing goes in here. And then that goes in here. All right? And then we're going to start sewing. And this is where it can get tricky, and it's not very, it's not going to be fun to watch, and it's going to look clunky, and I'm going to look clumsy doing it. I can promise you. But just give yourself some grace, right? And then let's get rid of these. Okay, and then I always measure 3 times the width of my book. So I'm sure I've got plenty. And I went with blue because so many of these are blue. Somebody must have done a marketing study that blue is an attractive color to potential college students. We are going to start by going down in our first hole, which is right here. I'm going to go through this one and that one. It's not going to catch this one. I'm going to catch that one. And then here is our journal cover. We're going to pull this through and we're going to leave a nice bit there. Okay. Now, I'm going to flip this over. And we're going to go in our second hole. There's our second hole. I don't know how this looks on camera. I apologize. It's probably not very interesting. Where's the next one? There. There. And there. I'm going to come back. Okay. Right? Okay. And then back down. That went straight through all of those. That was easy. And through those two. And then we'll come up through this last one. And yeah, you're gonna miss these. Not to worry, because that's gonna come back over and hold that in. And then I'm gonna go up one more time. And then we're going to tie this. So we want to make sure we've gotten all of these caught, which we have. Yep. Okay. And we're going to tie it. Oh, well, okay. I wonder if that's going to hold. Oh, no. I don't know if that's going to hold. We shall see. All right. Things happen. We'll see. If worst comes to worst, we can put some tape down. I think it'll be fine. I'm not going to cry. All right. That's our first signature. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. Okay, let's do the next one. So that's going to go there. And, oh, and then this goes here. And flips here and there. And then this will have to be here to catch the thread. And that's your smallest one there. So that's the one we really have to think about the most. Let's see if we can get all 4 right here, right? It doesn't have to match what you did here. It really doesn't. Because when it closes, they're on opposite sides. So no one is going to notice. And in my case, I covered my exterior with paper. So you can't even see the seams. Okay. So I am going to be very brave and I'm just going to start punching, I think. All right, let's try this. Really, don't get precious with this. Like I said, it's a junk journal. Emphasis on junk. It's better to just get in here and play and try and not worry about screwing it up and have fun and figure it out and just go with the flow. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that went through. 4. Did it? Yep. All right. Thread. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to go down through our top, which we're not going to catch the first one here. And down through the top, all the way out. And we're going to leave a good size piece. And then we're going to go back up through here. And I'm using my left hand, which I'm not sure why I'm using my left hand. I'm right-handed. All right, I told you this would not be graceful or anything, right? I mentioned that. Here, maybe if I do it this way, that'll be easier for me. Nope, this one. All right, up on that. I find it easiest. Sometimes it'll go straight through once you get going, but on the initial ones, I just go through one page at a time. I'm sure there are other journal making videos out there that are better than mine. I can guarantee you. Okay. I think my purpose is to show you, you can have no clue what you're doing and still make something and have fun. That is my function on YouTube. All right. That's easy. Okay, we're going to go down. Yay. That was easy. I think it's easier once they get. And then now we're going to go back up. Where is my hole? See, my hole's not even quite right on the seam. That's fine. All right. And then I think it's only going to go through that one there. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. I'm barely, I didn't catch these, I don't think. I did not catch these. But they'll be secure. They've got 3 other points where they're secure. Okay. And come back out. I think I did something wrong. No, I didn't. And now I'm going to go back in. I'm second guessing myself. Yep. There we go. And now we're going to tie this off. All right. Let's see. How does this close now? Is that how it closed? No, we're going to do it. And this is where it gets insane. Right? There. And then that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Is that right? Yeah. No. No, that's that one. Okay. All right. There's that flip. And then we have one more. I'm going to go ahead and do it on camera, just in case some of you who've never done this before want to see it one more time. If you're not interested, you can fast forward. So a question here is, do you want it to flip from here instead of here? So on this one, we did that. And on this one, we kind of did the same thing. I'm feeling like I want it to flip from here. Okay, let's do that. So line these up. I think that's my smallest one. I didn't even count to see if I had an equal number in these or anything. I just picked what I liked and went with it. All right. Okay, so let's just eyeball this. That's 2. And then we'll go here, and we'll go here. Okay. I got them all messed up now. 2, 3. All right, so I'm gonna go, let's see, down here and through there. Let me get this out of the way. And now I'm gonna come back up. Oh my gosh, I'm way off on this one, aren't I? That's what I get for winging it. I'm way off center, but it's fine. I'm gonna go up here, right here. Where's that connection spot? There. And then this one. Yep, okay. Back down. I think you got this by now, I reckon. Back down. And then back in or up, whichever. I caught that one, but that was it. Yeah. Now this should go straight through, yes. And this should go straight through. Here we go. And now we're gonna tie it. And there we go. So there's that one. There's that one. Oh, now I would go that, and that. So my apologies, I didn't turn my camera back on when I went ahead and did this. So I'll just walk you through it. I didn't have a ribbon, but I had this nice piece of fabric. And basically what you want to do is on your back cover, which would be the center of your trifold, about the center of the page, you're going to want to make a slit in your seams or your folds the size of your ribbon. So this is about 1 inch. When you're cutting through this, you want to make sure you don't accidentally cut your string that's binding your signature in, right? So you just cut 2 lines and then thread it through. So this is lying across the back. And then later, if you decide you want to, you can come back and cover this up. You don't have to do this at this point. You can wait until you're done with the entire journal. I just wanted to show you how I did it. And so then it's just a matter of folding everything over and then tying it. And there are a lot of other enclosures you could do. This is just the one I did on my Art Journal Advent, and I thought it was really simple and didn't require anything fancy. Okay, so that is it. That is my second Flippy journal. I don't know what they're called. If you can come up with a name, let's make a hashtag. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too horribly boring, but I think you can see it is just sort of depending on the size of the junk mail that you're using, that determines a lot of where you put your holes and figuring it all out. But like I said, don't be afraid to just start punching holes and not measuring, and it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's gonna work out. All right, so I would love to see what you create, and I am excited now to have a journal to start working in. I gotta learn how it works though. I keep forgetting how to close it. That is it. I will see you all again later. Again, if you do make one of these, please share it with me on Instagram. I'm at EB Mixed Media. That's EB_Mixed Media. There we go. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Bye.